Okay. Hey, everybody. It's me, Brian, back from Vegas. I didn't do anything on Friday because I was pretty much wiped from everything that had happened and went on. So I didn't do anything on Friday. I do apologize to everybody who's probably expecting some kind of stream on Friday. Um, Vegas was an experience. First, thanks. Oh, we got to do some housekeeping because for some reason, people are following us. Mubix, of course, yeah, Mubix followed us last time. Ven, Vehnn, followed us. Appreciate the follow. And Dotarist, I'm assuming it rhymes with like guitarist, Dotarist, followed us as well. So welcome to both of them for, coming and following us here on BreakSec. So, yeah, went to Vegas. First time ever going to Vegas. I actually didn't go to like all the festivities, and like sorry, Beta Wolf. Yeah. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. I might have to go downstairs in a second. I don't know if that was somebody at my front door or not. Yeah, Vegas. One, Vegas is hot, and if you're not used to heat or you're not hardy enough, I'll just go that route. If you're not hardy enough to be out in the hot weather, it can cause you some issues. I was outside all of about 25. No, Saturday night I had to walk. No, Saturday night it was. Sorry, I wasn't there Saturday night. It was Wednesday night. Definitely got a tan. No, that's just living in San Diego. And a little bit of color correction. So if you let's go look at the property. No, not that. I gave myself a fake tan without being a fake tan. So look at me. See, there I am. No tan. So a little filter there. Little filter there from the good times of processing, post processing filters on OBS. Allows for tan or no tan. So, yeah, see tan. So, okay. So, yeah. The traffic there was horrendous along the strip. I was trying to get back after hanging out with some of my coworkers at the Caesar Forum on. It had to have been Wednesday night, and the traffic was just horrendous to the point where I couldn't get an Uber back. So I ended up walking, and it was in the mid 90s, 32, 33°C for those of you who use the proper temperature ranges. And I remember the last time I was in Vegas in the summer, a 108 in the car in the morning and then 107 in the evening on the way back. Yeah, no, that was the other reason I didn't want to drive there from San Diego. I mean, I could have, but it would have been in like a rental car or something like that, because I didn't want to put my Tesla through that, and my car would have sat in the Luxor parking lot garage thing for 4 days, and I was like, just not feeling that. I mean, I would have made fat bank according to it would have been 51 cents a mile, but I would have lost it all in valet fees. Company was paying for it anyway, but. Anyway, so yeah, I ended up having to walk 1.7 miles in 90-degree weather going back from Caesar Forums to the Luxor because you just could not get an Uber. Everything was packed in both directions. And one of the roads was actually closed on the strip to traffic. Don't know why. Yeah, it wasn't a bad walk. You definitely need water if you're going to travel overland in Vegas. Even I found myself, a bit parched during my walk. So, I had to make sure I hydrated. That was always important. But yeah, in the middle of the day, I would definitely think about doing something like an umbrella. I saw several people with umbrellas, as a matter of fact. But yeah, it was good times. We learned a lot at the work event. there was a competing event going on at another casino, and so we were going through our paces here, but it was a good time meeting people. I ended up doing LobbyCon for Black Hat because it was in Mandalay Bay, so I ended up walking back between Luxor and Mandalay Bay. I saw a few folks actually, surprisingly, from Coalfire. Met some Coalfire folks. Actually, one of the folks that I met almost immediately after getting there. Oh my goodness, who's here? Who said hey? Appreciate that, whatever that was. Let me see. Oh, Unit 61398. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Did you use any of the sky bridges? I remember the Luxor used to have one that connected to the neighboring casino. Walt, the Mandalay Bay, they have one at the Mandalay Bay. They have one for Excalibur. Hello. Yeah, hey, Unit 61398. Yeah, they have a walk through / retail sector between Excalibur, Luxor, and Mandalay Bay. And I took that. Everyone was like, "Oh, you can take the tram." And I'm like, "Why?" By the time you wait for the tram to show up and then you take the trip on the tram over to Mandalay Bay, you could have just walked there. It was like a 10-minute walk, so it wasn't bad. I saw some friends, saw some Leviathan friends. Actually, both of them no longer work for Leviathan. One of them works at a startup they started, and the other one works at Coalfire in OffSec. So that was pretty awesome. Met obviously some coworkers, but LobbyCon for Black Hat is okay. If you don't have a badge for Black Hat, I would say you're going to miss out on quite a bit. I mean, people watched a good portion of the business hall and that area. Got to see Dr. Alan Friedman, who we've had on the show a couple times talking about SBOM stuff. It was kind of funny. I actually tweeted out, "Hey, I thought I saw Dr. Alan Friedman, but all I saw was Neil Gaiman," and literally was walking in LobbyCon and he was sitting down at a bench, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is going to make my tweet really weird." So I went over and introduced myself, said, "Hey." I didn't want to keep him long because he's one of the organizers of B-Sides Las Vegas, and he was going to be manning a booth in the business hall. So I was like, okay, I just wanted to say hey. So I talked with him about 5 minutes. Awesome dude. If you ever get a chance to meet him at a conference, say hey. Definitely one of the movers and shakers in the industry. And so, I just hung around for a few hours, and then it was Thursday, so I ended up having to fly home. So that was an experience all by itself. Southwest through Vegas was horrendous. We ended up being 2.5 hours late, so I almost got in around 9:30, 10 o'clock instead of 7. So I don't know what happened there. They said the flight was late from Burbank, so I don't know what that means. And then we couldn't find a pilot, so I offered to fly the plane. They were hesitant to allow me to fly the plane. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, so next year I will probably end up having to go back to Vegas for work. This time, though, I will make sure my company at least pays for a Black Hat badge, and I may change my flights such that I can spend some time at DEF CON and B-Sides, which I didn't get to go to. Oh, and of course, the first time I ever go to Vegas, DEF CON gets canceled at least Saturday night because of a bomb threat, which was crazy. I did not know that was going to be a thing. And I'm actually surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm glad that it went as well as it did, which was nothing happened. It was a big nothing burger. Thankfully, there was no real bomb. I don't know if it was somebody who wasn't an InfoSec person, saw a Wi-Fi pineapple and freaked out, or what happened, but it sounds like the goons and Caesars Forum security did a great job of clearing everyone out and not making it where everybody got trampled. I posted a little video, because if you haven't noticed, I'm testing out a new microphone, so I don't know if it's any good. Y'all let me know if it sounds any good, but I was hoping for something a little more. Okay. But yeah, so it's crazy. And to be fair, I'm actually surprised we haven't had more swatting or bomb threats from, people in our industry or some of them suffer from a lack of social graces. So, um, yeah, I was, I'm surprised it hasn't happened before, but I'm glad they were able to handle it. And it could have very easily have gone completely, pear shaped. So, it's good that that didn't happen. Yes, yes, Walt. Yes, that is the ha 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 funny joke every year. Um, but yeah, this one, I mean, that was actually legit. Like, hey, we're shutting this down and we won't start back up until tomorrow morning. So, I joked on Twitter that it was probably the universe telling people to go get dinner, a shower, and a nap. So, but yeah, it was good to see that. Um, I hope it's not a trend where we're going to see that at larger conferences. That's not something that it was just somebody who did not know what the hell Wi-Fi pineapple was and decided to call it in, or somebody left their backpack ignorantly someplace and people freaked out. So we'll hope that that's all that was. Um, how's everybody's week been? It's only Tuesday, but today was leg day for me, so I don't know why I'm standing up. But I went back to the gym today. Got my ass beat down real hard. Squats, pelvic thrusts, kind of like the time warp. Um, and yeah, but it was good experience. I had a burner laptop because company required it. I honestly don't know if you're sitting along a wall, and I don't see how people have time to hack, or to do evil hacks or anything like that. So I think that's some FUD that probably could go away, where it's like, oh, you have to have a burner phone or a burner laptop and whatever. If and this is a risk reward thing, right? If your laptop has such important things on it that you feel like you need to have a burner laptop, then that's on you. But yeah, I didn't see people with hoodies on and people wanting to break into computers and stuff. I saw a bunch of actually I there were like three different groups of people I saw. There were people in suits and sport coats, and there were managers and marketing and sales folks. There was the people who were in hoodies and pants, which I was like, it's 100 fucking degrees outside. What are you doing in a sweatsuit and a pants? I'm like, get some shorts on or something for fuck's sake. And then, just people that were, there to, like normal people. So it was nice. But yeah, I met a friend of mine, who is out of work, but he's a PhD student. And I was like, "Oh, you are in a suit coat. Are you a sales engineer?" And he was like, "No, no, I'm just here to meet people and what have you." And he was telling me about some of the layoffs that had happened, which is unfortunate. I saw SecureWorks has also announced more layoffs, and Rapid7 had announced layoffs right before Black Hat, DEF CON, and everything, which was kind of shitty. And so we were talking a little bit about that. He's doing any uniforms? No, I didn't see any uniforms. I saw a bunch of patches, but I didn't see anybody like law enforcement or anything weird like that. Again, this was only Black Hat LobbyCon, so I wasn't deeply embedded into the vendor pit. I actually thought I could go to the vendor pit without a ticket. You have to pay, I think my friend said $400 to get a like event hall badge or something like that, so you could go in and then sign up for spam. So you have to actually pay Black Hat to go into the vendor pit for spam, because every time you talk to somebody at a vendor pit, they're going to scan your freaking badge. And I'm like, not worth the $400. So yeah, that it was an experience. It wasn't the same experience that everyone else sees when they go to Vegas, because I didn't have $4,000 to buy a ticket, or at least it was $4,000. I could be wrong, but yeah. So yeah, maybe next year I will go. I know that there was folks there on Monday and Tuesday along with me for training. I walked up to the Black Hat area at Mandy Bay there. It was mostly dead on Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, there's still folks I know that are there until I think they're flying out today on the 15th. So, I mean, I couldn't imagine. And then of course the COVID reports came in. Several of my workmates said that they felt like shit on Thursday and Friday. I seem to have escaped the majority of that, thankfully. But yeah, several of our workmates who were there, and it was funny because I didn't advertise who I was working for, but they were like company gear all up and down, shorts, t-shirts, and shit. And I was like, okay, great. You could tell they all walked like birds. They all moved in the same directions. So it was like it was like flock of seagulls or birds or some or fish or something, that swim in the ocean, 5 or 6 of them all together, and they just kept moving, and it was really weird and creepy. But yeah. Anywho, I don't know how long I'm going to be on, and then I tested the microphone the other day. This is a Shure MX35, which is a hypercarioid mic. Shure MX35. No, that is not an MX35. Someone 253 reported they popped positive. Yeah, I saw somebody on the 858-619 DEF CON as well who popped positive for COVID, and one of our engineers who was at our event had posted up that his pregnancy test was a dinner for 18 people. That I'm good. Yeah. I don't know how I escaped it because I was hanging around those folks at least for 3-4 days. So maybe I just got lucky, but yeah, it was that's a different kind of con crud, we are not I don't want to say hygienic, but we're not an industry that manages our own personal risk very well, I can be honest. So, sorry, SM35. And so, I mean, con crud's always been a thing coming from DEF CON and Black Hat, just because. And at one point, I think on Tuesday morning, I had to get some cough drops because I had screamed so much at one of the bars I had made myself hoarse. But yeah, I'm doing fine. So, it's just one of those things, which is one of the reasons I hadn't gone to Vegas was because of the con crud. So, my office, by the way, is only a few degrees cooler than what was in Vegas. Feels like. So. Anywho, let's go and see what's on the news. Let's go see what's on the news. There we go. So I've also come to the realization that I will never use Linux for anything other than simple web browsing. I look forward to your hate. I went to Fedora on my laptop, my i9 laptop, which I had used before I got my workstation here, and I'd used Windows 11 and on that, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just put Fedora on. Let's just go cold turkey and put Fedora on. I did that, and then it was like, now I've got to figure out how to make everything work. And between the 3 different packaging systems, getting OBS to work with the discrete graphics card, not just my Intel Ultra high definition UHD card that comes with the system. All that worked great. Actually, the Intel graphics card actually rendered OBS frames faster than my GeForce 1650 that is discrete graphics card. My house is in the mid-70s with a mid-sized window AC unit. Yeah, down here in San Diego, it's like, I don't know, 84, 85, and we have our thermostat set for like 74-ish because we're waiting for our solar panels, Walt, and the power down here, you're I don't know if it's the houses are not as well insulated or whatever it is. We got brand new windows and we just got window shades in, but it's running us about $500 a month for AC. So we're really hoping that we'll get our solar panels in soon so we can start ticking that back a little bit. So I saw something on, where was that? Was that? Oh, maybe it was on. Oh, so Sockville. I don't know if you remember in the early days of our stream here. There was a threat intelligence quiz that we did, and it kind of went away, and I'm not sure why. It was about the same time I actually donated to this person for this. I found it on the DFIR Discord, and it was a 10-question challenge to, cybersecurity quiz about various news articles of the week. And this one's from 11 August. I actually did pretty good on this one. It's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely a good resource if you are not up to date on, your security and your threat actor stuff. And it's curated. So there's one every week. So August 11th, there'll be another one at the Thursday or Friday. So, you can go through those. So, I think I guessed on this one, but there's 10 questions and, you don't get a prize if you get all 10. I usually average anywhere between 6 to 7 out of 10 on this, because of sometimes I guess well and other times I just don't have a clue. So, and then of course, every time you answer the question, they give you a link to the article, which is good ammunition for me on a Tuesday because I always need news. So, according to Google's cloud incident response teams, which is below was the most common issue identified during their investigations in Q1 2023. It would surprise you that in Q1 of 2023, and I got this one right originally, so it was the weak or no password. And some of these, this one actually, I think you have to sign up for the doc. Oh no, okay, so this is a good doc. So they're finding weak or no passwords. So here's the cloud compromise factors in Q1. Weak or no passwords is 55% of that. And then they spelled sensitive wrong with sensitive UI or API exposed, which is a 12%. Leaked credentials is 7.1%. Misconfigs is roughly a quarter. And vulnerable software is only a small percentage of cloud compromise. So I don't know how to read this. If it's what the hell is running in the cloud that does not have any kind of authentication or authorization functions. And let me see, misconfiguration. I'll bite Beta Wolf. When you say so much, I mean so what I'm thinking, no password. I'm thinking, they're using some kind of SSO or some OAuth function or something like that. Let me see. Trying to figure out where they made their 60% of compromise factors. Credential issues, with the 54.8 and the 7.1, they have, that much. 19% misconfigurations. Yeah, exactly. I think the misconfiguration is probably depends on complexity and environment, the amount of buckets or VMs that are just open to the internet with zero config. Oh, that's true, Beta Wolf. I could believe that. The misconfigurations, you have people starting up Lambdas all the time. You've got, automations that, are just, start up an S3 bucket, without any kind of, configuration, management in there, or best practices. The infra folks just need scalability. So, just start up another VM, just start up another, container or what have you. Yeah. So, I mean, vulnerable software. I mean, I'm actually shocked that 2.4% is vulnerable software, and I'm imagining that's like unpatched things, and that might actually go to misconfiguration, or to to the other would be like, I don't know what other might be. It might be, yeah, I don't know what the other is. It would be nice if they told us what the other was. The other bits are there. So. We analyzed anonymous alert statistics from Chronicle Security in Q1 2003 to determine risky actions. Cross abuse of access tokens, replacement of existing compute disks and snapshots, service account key creation, and SSH keys. All right, well, so you can go check this doc out if you'd like to. That was number 1 on the list here. So let me see. According to CISA, which of these products were not in the top 12? Wow. Okay, so apparently we need 2 more than 10. Routinely exploited vulnerabilities for 2022. I know there was a Microsoft Exchange issue. Atlassian is a perennial favorite for most hackers because, probably like BetaWolf, it's like it's open to the internet, no authentication, no authorization. Citrix, ADC, and gateways. Yeah, BetaWolf. Oh my God, Jira. Oh my God, or Confluence. Just up in. I think I picked Citrix on this one. In 2020, yeah. Okay, so in 2022, so yeah, according to Cybersecurity Advisory, they talked about. Let me see. So this is TLP white for those of you who can go and share this out, or clear. I'm sorry, clear, not even white. So yeah, they're 2022 exploited older software vulnerabilities more frequently than disclosed vulnerabilities in targeted unpatched internet-facing systems. Shocker. Proof of concept code publicly available for many software vulnerabilities and chains. So yeah, they talked about, here's Fortinet, 2018. This was routinely exploited in 2021 and 2022. Proxy Shell, yeah, that was Exchange Server, right? Zoho Manage Engine, that was a good one. Atlassian, so there you go. There's your server and data centers. Log4Shell, affecting Log4j, of course, and VMware. So yeah, the only ones that they don't have on here is like one of the big ones is Citrix. And that's only because nobody was exploiting Citrix yet. Just because it wasn't exploited in only 2022 doesn't mean that it wasn't exploited massively in 2021. It's just these were hot vulnerabilities, especially Exchange Server and Fortinet and those. And, when people find blood in the water, they're going to start attacking that. I think I saw that last week at our work event when the researchers started, noticing certain URLs were coming up a lot in, tickets or, in subdomain enumeration. There was like blood in the water, and they're like, yeah, and they start jumping on one domain in particular. So, yeah, that was interesting. So, so Apache, of course, F5, big IP, missing authentic. Oh, there you go. There's your weak or no passwords. There you go. Oh shit. Okay. Well, F5. Good God. Yeah. So you can read that one too. That one's free. Couple of these reports in this question list do require you to register for potential spamware, but I'm hoping the company is giving you more value than just, hey, come buy our shit. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's this one here. Intel 471 published their annual cyber threat report. According to their count, approximately how many entities are impacted by pro-Russian hacktivists' DDoS attacks in Q1 and Q2. I just went massive on this because I was figuring, it's got to be 2,600. I was like, it's never going to be, when you're doing questions like this, it's like 42, a little specific. 26, yeah, no. I always go high on these things because I'm like, it's got to be widespread. It's got to be widespread. So this is one of the ones where you have to sign up for it. I think I already downloaded it. Let me see. Oh, it's TLP. So this one is marked TLP Amber. So they want you to buy their spam so that you can get stuff that is, I don't know if it's Amber or not, but just you have to use a real company email address. So well, and they also email it to your email address. So yeah, you can't just put in an email. They got smart on me, so you have to use a legit email address. So I used one that wasn't my Gmail to get it. So, but just you can unclick I agree to receive other communications from Mintel 471. But they have a decent website, for stuff. Resources. Here's the blog. You can go read some of the stuff that they have on their blog: vulnerability monitoring, stopping reuse of credentials and session tokens, insights from Klopp's MOVEit extortion attack. So they've got write-ups on that too. And so, yeah, I mean, they got IOCs and things like that. So if you want to check them out, intel471.com. You should always have a domain email. Yeah, Beto, my domain email is through Gmail, as a matter of fact. So I pay for Gmail or Google to manage my domain and DNS and email server for that. So, all right, next question. A man arrested for being involved in the hack of billions of US dollars worth of Bitcoin from the crypto exchange Bitfinex is now admitted guilt. Country, he is a citizen of which country? I'm assuming the fact that he got arrested means it wasn't Russia. We would probably turn a blind eye to the Ukraine right now because, he could always argue, hey, it's Russian. It was Russian money I took away, so I didn't consider Russia. Usually they would have said this was in pound sterling, so I assumed USA. Of course, I was correct at that point. I'm sorry, there's spoiler alerts, so I guess I should mention spoiler alerts in the YouTube video. So the Justice Department, hacker and wife pled guilty to money laundering conspiracy involving billions in cryptocurrency. 120,000 Bitcoins. 120,000. Ilya Lichtenstein and Heather Morgan were arrested in February 2022. So it's taken them over a year to see, their trial. I'm assuming they pled guilty. So, maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. Morgan pled guilty to one count of money laundering conspiracy and one count of conspiracy to defraud the United States. What do they launder money through, like a restaurant or something? I mean, that's how you usually do it, right? Consistent with standard cases in criminal forfeiture, there'll be a formal process. So they pled guilty probably to, a lesser charge. So they're going to get out. Chain hopping, okay, depositing a portion of the criminal proceeds into cryptocurrency mixing services. I thought all those cryptocurrency mixing services were owned by law enforcement right now. Using US-based business accounts to legitimize their banking activity. Oh, and then exchange. Wow, they were boom, boom, boom. So they ran it through an anonymizing service. They added it to a legitimate business account, and then they exchanged some of the stolen funds into gold coins, which Morgan then concealed by burying them. Oh my goodness. Nope, several more have opened on the dark web as well, and then the ones that are legal can be done legally. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. Yeah. So good discussion there on that one. I almost wait. What state were they from? What state were they from? Oh, New York. Okay, that sounds like a New York type crime. If it had been Florida man and his wife, I don't think that would have been the case. But close that. Go back to the quiz. All right, next. According to Con Briefing researchers, okay, guess. All right, let's block element. There we go. Oh, I dorked it up. Oh man, that's what I get. Should not have done that. Yes. Hold on. Wait a second. There it goes. I need to unblock whatever it was that I did. Okay, there we go. Let's give that a shot. Man! Oh, I screwed it up. I forgot about the King Julian thing, so. Oh, damn it. Can I unblock? Quit. Damn. That's what you get, kids, for, dorking around. Let me see. Is there a list here? More. Okay. Logger. Yeah, see, I dorked it up. So don't block ads or anything on here, or not ads, but annoying stuff. Page source. What did I decide to block here? Let me see. Smiley emoji. I hate that, man. I dorked it up. Yeah, you can go to sockville.com. I'm gonna have to go back through. I may have to just purge my list of things here. Click to block all pop-ups on the site. Oh, there we go. There we go. No. So what did everybody do last week? Nope. Locked on this page. Okay. Whole site, I think, it's working. Why did I do that for? So huh. Oh well. That's it's neither here nor there. Let me close these down. Do I need any of this stuff? I'm going to close. I got so used to having a bunch of tabs open when I was working that let me shut that down. Restart. Close window. See, unlike most people, I don't mind getting rid of 50 tabs on my desktop. It's a superpower, really. Oh, what did I do here? Okay. Click to no longer disable JavaScript on this site. Runs DigitalOcean. What I need to do is figure out how to remove existing blocks, filter lists, my filters. Ah, there it is. Riddle.com. Delete. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yes, you can. Okay, so yeah, apply changes. Yay. All right, I unbroke it because I'm good. Come on, get it. There we go. Yeah, baby. All right. All right. So we know this was weak or no password. Yeah. Okay, great. Here. Fast. ACD net. Okay. Click that one. 2600. Okay. USA. Oh, they mix them up. Sometimes they mix them up. So, if you're running through this again, you can't just speed run through like, a bot or something. Okay. So all of this is one frame, right? So you can't, just block, move it. According to Conbriefing, researchers count how many organizations have so far been impacted by CIOP attacks using the Move It vulnerability, or C10P. I think it's probably C10P. I again went high on this. I would say approximately 500, and I was wrong. Okay, so it's less than 600, but things might have changed since then. So, conbriefing.com. We have which companies have been hit by. Oh, okay. So they're adding things. So we have Fidelity Life, Milliman, BCD Travel, VNS Health. Banco Popular de Puerto Rico, Park National Corporation, Executive Office of Health and Human Services, okay, and UMass Chan Medical School. Okay, so yeah, they're now above. Oh, it's greater than 600. Okay, so I forgot my logic there. So here's the Move It breach victims, so you can actually look at the entire list here. Shipyards, banks, companies, financial markets, accounting firms, gaming technology. Yeah, it's just it's a one, it's one size fits all. I mean, there's tons of stuff. Pharmaceutical company, a bank. Some of these are question marks because apparently they don't have enough information. Maybe it's based on IP address or who owns it or what have you. Maybe it's just by IP address. So yeah, 682 entries, and you can watch it continue on as it builds up. So, blink. There you go. There's that. Affected individual: Bank of Nova Scotia, Halifax Water, Nova Scotia Department of Community Services, Dublin Airport via Aon, PwC, Puerto Rico, Ofcom. So yeah, there's a lot of between 42 and 46 million individuals, 47 million individuals. So the numbers are going to continue to grow. Here's a list of affected countries. Obviously, the United States is blowing everyone else out of the water. 4 countries are unknown, but it spreads quickly. Let me see. Is there any Russian folks in here? Not to use my, type 1, type 2 thinking here, but I don't see any from Russia. Weird. So you've got that going on. And this is another one I think you're gonna have to put in some information for. According to CrowdStrike's annual threat hunting report, what is the most common RAS or remote access software threat actors abuse during intrusions? So it's funny. A story. I was sitting at the second day of our work event, and one of our friends from Australia got called by somebody named Bob. Obviously, Bob didn't have an Australian accent, but Bob was a scammer. And Bob said, "Hey, I work for your financial institution, and we've got some dividends for you. We want to know if you want to reinvest. So give us your financial information, and we'll be able to, do that." And so my friend played along, and it was hilarious because we were asking questions. The scammer, Bob, was in London. And so, I mean, we sat for 20 minutes, just basically, doing various things to this person, like, "Oh, hold on, I'm gonna go get my laptop." So he put the phone down, put it on mute, sat around for about 5 minutes till you heard the scammer go, "Oh, are you still there? You still there?" And then "Oh yeah, I'm still here. I'm still getting my laptop. I got to plug it in. The battery's dead. Oh yeah, it's booting up right now. Hold on. Oh, it's running updates on Mac OS, so it's going to, take a few minutes." So we had this guy 20, 30 minutes. up until we decided to end it. But to go back to what we were talking about, the most common remote access software. It is fun. I just wish I had more time for it when they would try to call me, Beta Wolf. The software that this person tried to get my friend to download, and of course he failed miserably because there was no computer to do it, was AnyDesk. AnyDesk is the remote access tool. Hello, NA9, NE9. Apologies on the handle there. Check my phone. Damn it, I have my phone downstairs. Yes, I must have left my phone downstairs. Well, that sucks. Yep. Okay. So yeah, anyway, AnyDesk was one of the ones. And yeah, you're gonna have to pay for, or not pay for it. Well, you're gonna pay for it with your data. If you want to download the threat hunting bit. They do mention some insights: 583% increase in Kerberoasting, 312% increase in remote monitoring and management tools, credential theft, 79-minute average e-crime breakout, 5-minute drop, 5 minutes, 7 minutes fastest e-crime breakout time recorded. So yeah, I mean, they definitely talk about AnyDesk in here, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, it was funny to remember that. It was after the fact, so I didn't know this question until that one came up. So, Sentinel Labs reported on the compromise of a Russian missile engineering company. Oh, that's probably okay, right? Yeah. To which country are the responsible threat actors linked? So this is a Russian missile engineering company. Who would have a vested interest in seeing Russia go kaput? Probably not Egypt. North Korea is close to Russia. Israel, maybe by direction from some countries as proxy. Ukraine, obviously. I actually forget what I answered here and what the question was, or what the answer is. Ukraine is the obvious answer for me. I'm gonna pick Ukraine. Oh, damn! It's North Korea. Damn it. Yeah, TeamViewer is another one, Beta Wolf, for remote access. AnyDesk I thought was interesting because the scammer had said, hey, my friend had originally said, hey, I'm on my phone. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can download the AnyDesk client for Android. And we're like, wow, okay. So I don't know, maybe TeamViewer only works on certain platforms. Yeah, it was North Korea. Yeah, I figured it'd be Ukraine for obvious reasons. But yeah, sanctioned Russian missile engineering company. So yeah, Sentinel Labs intrusion in Russian defense industrial base. Specifically a missile engineering organization called blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Beta Wolf. I don't use TeamViewer. I don't use AnyDesk. I'm sure they're very good, especially tools being used by scammers. So yeah, Sentinel-1. I think that's my wife being home. So, all right. So there's the Sentinel-1 report. Yeah, apparently North Korea is crazy, and they like attacking, just anybody they can. Missiles, military spacecraft. I mean, obviously, if they can get access to technology and weapon specs and things like that, they can use to build their thriving, short, long, or medium range missile program that they have. Every once in a while, they like to shoot some shit over, Japan and freak them out. So they're working on it. So, yeah. So there's overlap. Publicly hosted at vpk.npomash.ru. Wow. Okay. Suspicious network traffic discussed in emails is the compromise of the business email Linux server. Oh my God, they have a Linux email server. Somebody running fucking SendMail in 2023 on purpose. Ugh. Gross. Jesus. Yeah, I think Well, they could be running postfix as well, which is slightly better, yes. So all right, so we've got all right, so we're gonna continue on. We gotta zoom through these last handfuls here. Group IB assisted with an Interpol crackdown on a 21-year-old's phishing as a service venture. Oh man, they whooped up on some young punk trying to make some money. Okay, maybe mow a lawn. I don't know. How many phishing domains were created with their phishing kits? See, I think 150,000 is a lot. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. 21-year-olds, man. They 21-year-old. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to go mid-size on this. I normally go like max score, but I'm gonna have to go 15K on this one. Damn, it is 150K. Wow. Damn. Dammity damn, that was big. Okay. International police operation targets 16 shop, popular phishing as a service platform. Headquartered in Singapore. Oh, okay. Interpol phishing kits designed to steal creds and payment details from users of popular services. 21-year-old operator and 2 suspected facilitators were arrested, one in Indonesia and one in Japan. That's a shame. Oh well. More than 150,000 phishing domains were created using the phishing kits. They were sold on 16 shop utilized by target users in Germany, Japan. So wait, so what, 1, 2, Germany's not technically one of the Five Eyes, but these are mostly Western countries being, using phishing kits from those organizations. Interesting. Traded on cyber criminal background underground since 2017. Phishing kits were being sold at a relatively modest price of $60 to $150. Wow. Okay. As such, fake pages mimicking Amazon were offered for $60. Phishing pages targeting American Express for $150. Wow. American Express is expensive. Well, I guess people with American Express have, maybe the demographic is they have a lot of money. So if you're going to use an American Express page, you're probably going to get a better return on investment. That would be my guess. Versus Amazon. I mean, Amazon's still $60, but yeah, American Express, that, plus, it's, yeah. I mean, you can run up charges pretty quickly on American Express, I would imagine. So. Okay, seizing electronic items, several luxury vehicles in the process. Okay, so he couldn't keep his hands out of the Lambo pool, so he got, he's probably got 8 Lambos outside of his, 500 square foot apartment in Singapore. That's obviously not a problem. It didn't send up any red flags. How does somebody must have said, hey, how does a 21-year-old afford such big ass cars? So, maybe a giant sign that says, here's where the bad guy is, or, 16 shop phishing as a service or something like that. That would have been less, noticeable. Recent reporting suggests in 2020, Japan's defense network were breached by hackers from what country's military? Now, having just learned that North Korea is batshit crazy and they'll attack Russia for anything, just like they will probably, they don't touch China, but they will touch Russia. So Russia makes sense. I don't think they'd bite the hand that feeds. I don't think they would touch China. Iran, I don't see that. North Korea. North Korea makes sense. 1 second here. Good times. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to say either China, because obviously they've had a long, interesting history between one another, Crimea and all the war, or North Korea. I'm gonna say North Korea because they like to shoot missiles at one another. Oh shit! It was China. Okay. Okay. Oh, WAPO. Okay. China hacked sensitive defense networks. China strengthens its defenses after a major cybersecurity breach, but gaps remain that could slow information sharing with the Pentagon. What kind of information are they sharing with the Pentagon? NSA made an alarming discovery. Hackers had compromised classified defense networks of the United States' most strategic ally in East Asia. Cyber spies from the PLA had wormed their way into Japan's most sensitive computer systems. Okay, it was bad, shockingly bad. Reports one official who briefed the event which was not previously reported. So they managed to keep it under wraps, which is quite interesting considering. Well, there was a lot going on in the year 2020 that probably I would say, probably pushes to the back a little bit. So disturbing that General Paul Nakasone, the head of NSA and Cyber Command, and Matthew Pottinger, who was the Deputy National Security Advisor, raced to Tokyo, briefing the defense minister, who was so concerned that he arranged for them to alert the prime minister himself. That's impressive. So that's that. Wow, they must have. I don't know what they got. I don't know what Japan has that was so bad that those two folks needed to haul ass over to Japan to talk to the prime minister directly. But yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Um, yeah. See, so yeah, this was happening back in everything was batshit crazy going on. So yeah, it would make sense. Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah. Hmm. So anyway, that's the WAPO article for that, and it was in fact, China. So all right, and we're okay. Proofpoint released a detailed write-up on how attackers are using Evil Proxy to bypass MFA during phishing attacks. Now, I did not know that. I did not know Evil Proxy allowed for this. This is there's a pretty decent write-up from Proof. Okay, great. You go shut off. All right. What type of attack is this called? I'm assuming Malcolm in the Middle is stupid. Not it's obviously a throw off. Man in the Mirror is a Michael Jackson song, so I doubt that's it. I'm gonna say attacker in the middle because I mean adversary in the middle could be more correct, but I bet this. I think I picked attacker in the middle on this one. Oh, I was wrong. So I was wrong the first time apparently. Um, Okay, so I just heard my phone go off, so it's here somewhere. That's why we can't have nice things. I promised myself I would have a clean desk. I would do clean desk protocol, and I can't even do that. So, oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. All right. Yep, 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 yep. All right. So, yeah, over the last 6 months, Proofpoint has observed a dramatic surge, 100% successful account takeover incidents. Evil Proxy, a phishing tool based on reverse proxy architecture, allows an attacker to steal MFA, protected credentials, and session cookies. So, yeah, adversary in the middle. So, AITM, AITM, something like Atom. Okay. So they have a decent. I mean, somebody took the time to make some fancy, diagrams and things, which is great. Adversary sets up a fake domain and reverse proxy, sends a phishing link to a victim. Victim clicks on the link, authenticates with MFA as needed. Adversary intercepts the requests and forwards them to the real server. Adversary intercepts and the real server's responses and forwards them back to the victim while capturing valid session cookies. And then the adversary uses the captured cookie. So, what would be interesting is how they would detect for this if they saw the adversary logging in at the same time as the user. So two different logins with the same cookie information. I don't know if there's some kind of technology that can look for that. It's obviously Evil Proxy is a a free um, tool, open source tool that somebody created, for research, and decided to release it. Although the effectiveness of evil proxies of phishing tools largely recognized, Proofpoint threat analysts have identified a concerning gap in public awareness regarding its risks and potential consequences. So you can add this to your phishing as a service, or you can add this as a part of your phishing training stuff, that you can bring up. So yeah, okay, great. Noteworthy technique. Brand impersonations, sender addresses, impersonated trusted apps such as Concur, DocuSign, and Adobe. Okay. And then they go through, and it's a pretty decent write-up. I actually read through a good majority of this. They have all the right icons and everything. So if you want to check that out, you can go to, their site and get that. There we go. Proofpoint. They have a malicious URL pattern for, I would not click on the links or, make these links, but it looks like you can actually, they use YouTube as a redirection domain. Oh my goodness. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Analyzing some redirect pages, our researchers identified a small, albeit important detail that appeared on the first days of the attack and set this campaign apart from others. There was a minor typo in the redirect string. Okay, so maybe a bad copy paste or something like that that led to a failed redirection flow. Okay. Interesting. It's very minor and you probably wouldn't have found it otherwise, but yeah, there it is. But yeah, they go through all the IOCs. So if you're threat hunting or you just want to, learn about, redirections or evil proxy, that there's a GIF, you can set up. They've blanked out the link in the picture, so that's pretty sweet. Wow. Okay, so somebody who's used DocuSign before, that was a fairly good workflow for that. That's interesting. Obviously not United States because they put an S instead of a Z for organization. Anyway, all right. Last thing. Oh, okay. I would say, sign up for this. You get one a week. Usually it's very low traffic. So check, if you want to be up to speed on all your news and all your stuff, you can do that. I've already signed up, so I don't do that. So skip. I only got 5 of 10. Oh, I suck. I actually scored 7 of 10 earlier, so I actually got 2 wrong on this one that I didn't realize I had. So, oh man, so that was fun. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I've lost people, so there's that. Unless they're not showing up on and lurking. So, let me. So Friday, yes, I will be back doing Rust. What I thought I would. Hey, Age of Music. By the way, go check out Age of Music's stuff. By the way, Age of Music sent me a link. You mind if I share it on here, Age of Music? Let me see, where is it? Yes, Adventure. Yes, window.business. Can I share your music here? Because I actually enjoyed it. It was quite nice. Reminded me of Adventure Time or some of the 8-bit kind of music, which right up my alley. I'm not making fun of the 8-bit music at all. I love me some video game music. So, yeah, here we go. All right, so window.business. Good stuff there. That was my pretty face. So yeah, here's several songs here. Yeah, so this is the site, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So, oh, you do vinyl too. Oh man, I want to get a record player because I actually have one record from a friend of mine who did a punk band. He actually was queer punk band called the Chew Toys. Let me go see if I can find the Chew Toys. They did a like an Indiegogo press. Oh, okay. Punk band. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Yeah. Oh my shit. They got it on there. Okay. So this was my friend's band. Wow. Wow, Kevin, Jesus, man. I had no idea. Okay. Only one left in stock. Now, I'm normally I don't believe Amazon when they say only one left in stock, order soon. But in this case, I'm thinking that is somewhat legit because I have two. I have two of those up here in my area up here. Um, so yeah, you see the Chew toys right there. Yeah, they're actually it was pretty good. I mean, I we they did an Indiegogo for this version. I have I actually have T-shirts for them as well. So, but yeah, they I think they only put out this one album, so it's very like I don't want to say I'm a hipster, but I knew them before they were popular. So yeah, it was kind of funny. Noise Barn, yeah, 2014. Yeah, we were up in Seattle. We'd just gotten to Seattle when they put it out, but yeah, we backed them on Indiegogo, and they sent us a bunch of stuff, including some. I think they gave us some pins and some. I think that's a special edition pressing. So, um, yeah. No, Beta Wolf. We got those. I think we paid $25 on Indiegogo for both of those albums. The T-shirts we still have as well. But yeah, good dudes. It was pretty awesome stuff to see. So yeah, there you go. Go check out Age of Music's music on window.business. And I don't know if I can play that through this. I don't think I have my audio set up for my stuff yet, but that's cool. There's a lot of good stuff in here. But yeah, I liked stuff they sent Age of Music sent over, so I'm going to definitely pick up some things. That way I can put it on my phone or on my iPhone, so that I can. Um, I would imagine buying them on here, Age of Music gets more money than freaking if you bought it on Amazon or iTunes. So do what you can to buy it on here. That way you can, or get the pressings from on vinyl. So one of these days I'll go all, I'll buy me a like a record player or turntable. They come out with some pretty good ones, record turntables. Yeah, some of these get like pretty, nouveau or whatever, like it's pretty much a spinning wheel, and then you've got something that's just kind of hanging on the wall and whatever. But yeah, I mean, some of these get pretty crazy and expensive too, like $248. I mean, I'm not scratching or anything. Beta Wolf, no, I'm not flexing on nobody. Um, you got the hi-fi stuff, and you can also digitize it. I mean, they got all kinds of stuff on the back here. You got old-timey Victrola looking ones here, and then like a $700 one. I mean, what are the needles made of? Diamond? I mean, what the hell? What do they do here for 700? What do you get for $700? Yeah. I mean, what is that? Carbon fiber? I mean, does it also make lattes? I don't know. Does it, Oh, it's wireless and okay, so it has a okay, Bluetooth costs like $3. Oh, and it streams music services as well. Okay. Yamaha hi-fi quality, built for accuracy, perfect for the. See, I'm not an audiophile. I use, I I've got some Sony earbuds that cost me like $150, but then I have like, some $30 earbuds that I'm just like, whatever. Um, I have tinnitus, so all music sounds like and then has music in the background. So, but yeah, there you go. I don't even know what I'm flexing for. Oh my god. But yeah, go check that out. Windows.business. Window.business. Pretty cool TLD there too. That's pretty nice. I was trying to see who might be online because it's been a long day and I had leg day, so my ass is hurting me because I had some pelvic thrusts earlier that the so pelvic thrusts are thing or exercises. My trainer was like, yeah, dudes don't do a lot of those, but they're good for like core strength and whatever. And then he showed me this video of this woman who just had a kid plus, plus 1 year. So 1 year away from being, having a kid. She's doing these pelvic thrusts at like 550 pounds. And I was like, holy crap. Oh, yes. Walt, very, very true. Audiophile means more money than brains. Right, exactly. Yeah, so um Triplexity Striger is always pretty good for a call. So uh there we go. Grab that. All right, there we go. Copy. All right. But yeah, unless that right, Age of Music, yes. Make sure you have the finest $700, turntables and stuff. So Walt, man, I have bought um some Shure earbuds that were a little on the expensive side. I mean it's like, yeah, I go all out. It's like, oh, if I'm just gonna go work out, I don't use my good earbuds on that. I use the crap earbuds. And when I'm streaming, I have my Sony ones here. I realized I had too many pairs of earbuds, to be honest. Oh yeah, so yeah, like, yeah, these are like $20. I bought these online, $20, and they work. I use them for work, and they work. But yeah, so I've seen a $500 HDMI cable once. They used yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're I'm sure they do. Oh, the thing broke off. Yeah. It's okay. But yeah. All right, folks. Well, Friday I'll be back. We'll be doing some Rust. What I thought about doing for the game development Rust stuff is I want to make sure I have more than one Rust book that we can go through and follow. Is the stream a few seconds behind? I do not know. Why? I'm streaming. Did it crap out or something? Did I hit the pause button on my stream by accident? I hope not. Interesting. I hope not, Beta Wolf. Earbuds may be an exception. Yeah. I don't know. I figure I'm wasting all my money on earbuds because I'll never get into VR goggles because they make me sick. No, the sound, it's happening a few seconds behind. Oh, crap. Really? I see that. I honestly don't know why that's happening. All right. Well, now that I'm annoyed, I'm gonna have to go. And let's go Rage Straker. And I apologize for the audio. I do not know why it's doing that. I'm very pissed right now. I don't know why that's doing it. I saw you say that before I heard. Yes, I know. It looks like a very bad Japanese dub or something like that. All right. Well, let's go Rage Strager. Apologize for the audio issues, and I'm going to have to try to figure out why I've got that delay. And hope everyone has a good rest of their day. And I'll see you all on Friday, hopefully with better audio. All right. Bye, y'all. See ya.